Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Guild of Dungeoneering. Sorry I haven't been able to play for a few days. I tried to backlog enough episodes to cover me over the weekend but didn't quite get enough, so there's been a couple of days off. I'm now back and this should be back daily again. Anyway, we're going to carry on from where we left off in the last episode. We only have 33 gold, so we can't expand the guild at all. We have a brand new blind Sai somewhere around, our shapeshifter. And we're going to take him through a dungeon stay. So we'll head off exploring. I think, should we go for the Chimera? We haven't actually fought the Chimera at all yet. So I want to see what Blind Sai 9 here is like against this Chimera. This may be a completely wrong thing to do, I don't know. Aha, it looks like another one of the mimic ones, where we get chased by this guy. And so we know the drill with this. We've got to put monsters in front of him to stop him from getting to us, and put monsters ahead of us, the weaker monsters, to try and gear up quite quickly. Luckily we have some decent corridors to start off with, so we can choose which way we go, but here we have a decay and a conceal, so we actually want to go straight forwards, I think. So we can put this one in, and this one in, and we can put a bat in here. And so now we can put a bat in front of him. We can put a corridor in there. And a plague rat in there, I think. So there's our first fight. Okay, so most of these are kind of aspect of a bull, rekindle, regenerates. So we've got growth 1, we start with growth 1. And so I think it's kind of an all-rounder type character. We've got some physical, some magical, and some healing. So we should be okay. I'm going to try and mitigate some of this, I think. And do it some damage as well. Get some unblockable damage in here. This one I want to... Yeah, I want to do this one here. And then block this one, that's a very good one. And I can... Thinking about doing this one. And then... Bark Skin again, excellent. And that's that done. So what are these brass knuckles? Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so it's all one. This one gives me a crush 2 with a slam. That's a unblockable 2 damage. Yeah, I think we've got some healing, so I'll go for the unblockable 2 damage. So I want to put a snake into there. I want to put another corridor on so we can keep moving. And again, so that... it's going to go backwards. Oh dear. Why is he going backwards? And I have to put that one in there. And I'm going to be a bit closer to him than I would have liked. Here again I'm going to mitigate the first lot of damage. We'll go down 2 each, that's fine. Unblockable versus unblockable. And that one should be fine. And now we can kill him off with this. I'm going to go for the +1 heart and fire blast here. Hopefully we can get the, was it flame lash next time. So now he's going to here and he'll be here. So that should be okay. I can actually force him to go to that room, which is very good. Okay, so it should be a fairly simple fight here. I don't know, I want to ask you guys as well, do you want me to annotate each round of a combat like I have been doing, or do you mind kind of me just playing the game and you watching, essentially? I'm never sure kind of how to balance it out, whether I should be silent during the fights and just play the game. Makes it go a little bit quicker. Or I could annotate and show you kind of my thought patterns through each round of combat. I think I like to do a mixture of the two, so that if it's obvious what I'm doing, then it should be obvious anyway. And you know, yeah, I'll have a chance to just get on with the game as well. I want to try and push this game forwards a bit as well. So with this, this one's the only one I'm not going to lose stuff on. I need to put a monster in front of it, and a corridor up here, and a spider up here as well. So now I can come off this way. I can put a big monster in front of it, and another spider in front of me. Actually making some ground on this now, so we've got 2 fights coming up. After this fight I think we may be good enough to beat it. So I will put a couple more corridors in there and there and try and start looping it round. If we actually get a loop around, we could actually just allow it to chase us. Okay, so this guy is a bit more powerful than the last ones we fought, but he does have Frail, which will make it a lot easier. Yeah, I can block that damage there. Oh, that was unblockable, that was silly. And here I'm just going to waste this one. He's going to kill me if I do that one, so I'll have to block the damage. This one I've got to regenerate as well. And I think this should take me back up to 1 health. Yeah, there we go. That straight jacket will be fine. So we can, that's a dead end there. So put the dead end in there. And should we go for another fight? I want to try and get something on the head. And another fight in there. And I think after that I'll just let it catch up. This one's unblockable, just go for damage. This one again is unblockable essentially. So I'll just attack it. And again, and this should kill it. Oh, it didn't, it's only physical damage. Right. This one will kill it anyway. I think the Tenacious will be very handy within this fight. I need to put in a snake on there. And I'll try and keep this going a little bit, although I've blocked it off there. Put that on there, why not? I'm going to try and do as much physical damage as I can to these guys. And there we go. Nice simple fight. Do I want the big physical damage instead of the +1 heart? At this stage, I think so, because it gives me that repel as well. It gives me another repel. Yeah, I'd like to try and get this before we go and fight him. So we'll put that one in there. And that should be okay. We'll put another corridor in somewhere. Let's get the exploration bonus keep going. I'm running a little bit low on health, so I want to... Let's just have a round of both of us getting back some damage. And again, actually. And again, apparently. And now that should kill him off. That rejuvenates, very, very nice. I think if I put a gold pouch in there with a blood-starved bat, we put this room in here. Okay, so this is going to be the final round, because he will catch me up next round. We actually have one perfectly to go into there. I don't want to go into that room, if I can at all help it. Let's try and fill in some of these areas. That one can go there, that's fine. So this will be the last fight before the boss. And that should do it. I think I'm actually fairly happy with the loadout that I've got now. And here we go. Doesn't seem to be too difficult. It's just what abilities he has. So we've got this refresh, which is brilliant. We can use that whenever we want. I could actually use that now to get a huge amount of health. And that may be an idea. But no, I want to try and beat him down a little bit first, at least. And you see, here is where we do it, because this is a thrash, this would kill me, so there we go. Ah, this doesn't actually take you up, this just puts you on 6 hearts. Okay. That makes sense. It's actually a little less overpowered than I thought it was going to be. Which is probably a good thing. Do some damage here before we get the health back. This one I can get the health back as well, and hopefully... Yes, no, because it's... Ah, damn it. I didn't go hard enough on the damage. Seems like I didn't go hard enough on the damage with this. This will kill it, but it's going to kill me first. There's nothing I can do about it. These stupidity cards have messed me up a little bit in this fight as well. Which is a shame. It's a really bad card, but he's going to end up killing me on because of his fury. It's probably a decent character to take through this dungeon. The shapeshifter. This Chimera isn't as difficult as I thought he was going to be. It's just he does a lot of damage and can do a fair amount of damage quite quickly. And most of his attacks are unblockable. So you've got to be able to deal out a good amount of damage. So I think if I had played this fight a little bit differently, then I would have been able to beat him. but it's a learning curve, you know. It's the first time I've fought this Chimera, and next time we'll go into the fight a lot more aware of the abilities and actually how to play him. So I'll do the smash, he will kill me, and I won't get to do anything.
Which animal would be a dungeoneer? A cunning fox, an agile deer, or a fearsome beast for a foe's condemning? But alas, this dungeoneer's a lemming.
Oh well, we'll return to the guild. Didn't get much money out of that one at all. We're looking for 2,000 gold, so getting 44 out of that was a little bit pathetic. Let's have a look in the graveyard at, where is he? There's blindside 8, so blindside 9 is over here. Here lies blindside 9, completely unremarkable in every way. Went through one dungeon, earned 44 gold, and killed 8 monsters. So for one dungeon, that's alright, killing 8. We got through a fair amount of the mook fights there, the kind of the minion fights. And that's kind of how many fights it takes to gear up as well, I suppose. We geared up quite nicely there. We didn't get any of the really big powers. And that growth 4 isn't as powerful as I thought it was going to be. It's the first time I've used it. I thought it would just give you 6 more hearts, but it doesn't. It takes your damage, your health to 6 hit points. I wonder what that would do if you had 8 hit points. Would it actually damage you? I don't know. We'll find out next time, maybe. Anyway, just wanted to do a quick episode for today, just to get us back into the swing of things, and tomorrow we will take another, I was going to say monster there, but no, we'll take another dungeoneer through another dungeon. So join me tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.